Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Welcome, my dear friends. For me, it's morning. Good morning and happy Thursday. I know that coffee tastes good. That's all I ever have until 5 p.m. is coffee and or water with no sugar and no cream. Folks, why did I say that? Well, you read the title. Yes, intermittent fasting is my diet. Excuse me. But I don't like to use the word diet. Diet, to me, indicates a temporary thing that you're doing to adjust something in your life and then continue back on with the way you're doing things. And if you find the need to diet, if you find the need to lose some weight, well, it's your lifestyle that got you to that point. So you shouldn't diet. You should change lifestyle. Now, before I go too much further, YouTube is a biatch, so I have to say, none of this constitutes as medical advice. I am not a medical expert, nor an expert in dietitian or anything. There is a bunch of noise down the road because they're tearing a house down to build a new one. But anyways, back to it. I am not telling you what you should do. In fact, I'm telling you work with your doctor, which is what I did. But although I've talked about it a few times, I've never done a video where I actually explain how I got here. And it's been 3 years now that I've been on this diet. It'll be a lifetime, so let's stop that. 3 years ago, I changed my life to change my weight. Don't like the word diet. What happened? Let's go back. There we are. We're way back now. Yeah, black and white. It's old times. 3 years ago, in February, before the pandemic, oh so long ago, and I was 170 pounds, 20 pounds more than I am now. 25 even. Yeah, I think I was 175 when I first found out, because I've never had a scale at home. I don't bother with that stuff. I'm not too worried about it, but I was worried because I went to my doctor and I was having issues. She said, well, you're definitely overweight for a 5'3" person.
Yes, I'm short.
You're definitely overweight. And we can set you up with a dietitian. And I said, let me think about this. And while I was sitting at home, here, let's put it back to present day. While I was sitting at home, oh, excuse me, Joe Rogan was on, and I was watching him, and he was talking about intermittent fasting. And they had a expert in the field, and they were talking about that, as they were talking about quite a few different methods of eating. I'd rather call it that than a diet, a method of eating. And they were talking about the all meat, the carnivore diet, the carnivore method is, I like the word method, but there was this intermittent fasting method that seemed to strike a nerve with me. You see, all my life, I almost never had breakfast. And the only time I had lunch was if somebody was taking me out for lunch. Almost never I had lunch. Around 2:33 I'd start getting hungry, and usually around 5 I'd eat. But I would snack throughout the day. I would have, and I always had sugar in my coffee, and once in a while if I woke up hungry I'd have a little something. And I realized to change my method of eating to intermittent fasting, what was missing was that I wasn't truly fasting. Because what I learned What intermittent fasting really does, if you do it right, you only eat once a day. You pick the time that's most appropriate to you, about a 5 or 6 hour window, where really, of course, you should be careful what you put in your body, but you don't have to worry too much about what you put in or how much you put in during that time. Eat, enjoy. But when the 5 or 6 hours are over, stop. So for me, it starts around 5 or 6 p.m. and it ends just before bed. Works great for me. I get to snack through the night. But what happens is, from the moment I stop eating at about 9 o'clock at night, sometimes 10, is the body knows there's no food coming. Once you get into this method, there's no food, no calories, no energy being forced into this body through ingestion until the next day, about 20 hours away. The body gets used to this. And that's the important thing, is during the morning, my coffee, it has to have no calories. So no sugar, no cream, black. Because if you put calories in your body during the fasting period, what happens is your body says, aha, he's sending energy down, so I'll just wait. And that's that grumbly tummy, wanting food in you, that kind of thing. Oh, excuse me. But if, like we used to be way back in the caveman days, if your body knows that there's no food coming, no calories coming, it's going to start to do what it's supposed to do and burn for energy the internal fat, your stored fat, your stored energy. And to be very honest, people go, oh, if I didn't eat, I'm going to get tired. And that's so wrong. Because truly, if you don't eat, you get so much energy. If you tried this for 3 or 4 days, and I'm not suggesting you do, it may not fit your lifestyle, but if you tried it for 3 or 4 days, you would find that throughout the day, as your body is burning its internal fat, not only are you losing weight, or getting to what should be your appropriate weight, you are burning internal energy. It's easier, it's more efficient than burning the energy that's coming into your tummy. You have more energy, not less. And in fact, I find my naps have shortened down because of this. But also, this is not, you would think, oh, if you do that. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. I won't do the time shift. Let's go back a little bit. And when I found that out and when I started, within the first 6 weeks, maybe 7, I lost 15 pounds. Right away, my body started burning that internal energy, and you would think, oh, well, then that's the thing about a diet. Once you get to your, you know, I lost 15 pounds, and over the next month, I lost another 5, and I got down to the weight I am now, 148, which is about where I was when I was 30. And I have maintained that for the last 2 years. Why? Well, because your body will take from when you eat, your body will store what it needs to store and will put through what it needs to put through, knowing it only takes your body a little while to realize you're only going to eat once a day. So it takes what energy it needs from the food, and then it stores it. So during the time when I had way too much fat already, my body, I'd eat at night and I wouldn't be as hungry because I had already a lot of stored energy. And yet, after time, I've been on this for 3 years. I got down to 155, 154, and for the past year, I've maybe trickled down to the 148. And it stays there. It doesn't matter how much I eat at night. I will see a raise in my weight if for a day or two I have a lunch or a breakfast, because then my body gets out of whack and it starts to store some fat again. So it is important to stay with whatever it is that brings you to the point you need to be. But again, I talked with my doctor. My doctor thought, what a great plan. It seems to be working for you. And every checkup since, she says you look healthier and healthier. So friends, it isn't about diet. It's about change of lifestyle. At least for me. You do you, I'll do me. Together we'll be the hippie community. I hope this reaches out and finds somebody and helps somebody in some way. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony.